If you were a teenager in 1999, like I was, you probably saw the Blair Witch Project in the cinema. And if you were young and dumb enough, like I was, you probably believed you were watching actual evidence of a terrifying and possibly supernatural criminal act, and wasn't it weird that it was legal to put this on the big screen at a multiplex in New Zealand? Though the Blair Witch Project wasn't the very first instance of found footage, the subgenre definitely wasn't a thing back in the 90s. See, moviegoers weren't used to shaky cam and seemingly genuine panic and fear. In contrast to Skeet Ulrich's dreamy eyes and Jennifer Love Hewitt's dreamy, eyes, Heather Donahue's real-as-hell snot was alarming. Going in blind, the Blair Witch Project was genuinely scary. With very little information on what they were actually making from its directors, the three actors' terror was, well, real. Explosive conversations would meander into an authentic nothingness. Frantic camera work was disorientating, and terrors only half glimpsed by the actors' camcorders lent to a relentless sense of impending doom. It's no wonder it was successful, and after the Blair Witch Project wrapped up $249 million worldwide on its $20,000 to $25,000 budget, everyone thought that they could make a buck on this new, highly accessible subgenre. Successes to the Blair Witch Project include, but are not limited to, Lake Mungo, My Little Eye, Alone with Her, Diary of the Dead, Cloverfield, Paranormal Activity and its infinite sequels, Wreck and its American remake Quarantine and their sequels, VHS and its sequels, The Last Exorcism, Evil Things, The Tunnel, The Gallows, The Visit, and Unfriended. Nowadays, it's difficult to imagine a horror movie without some form of found footage in it, whether it's from security cameras, YouTube videos, Skype, or grainy VHS tapes found in isolated motel rooms. But the fact that the Blair Witch Project was shot on handycams isn't the only reason 15-year-old me believed I was watching the real deal. See, it was marketed as the real deal. In June 1998, a bare-bones website called BlairWitch.com went live, detailing the legend of the Blair Witch with fake newspaper headlines and various other red herrings, leading readers down a rabbit hole of seemingly real mythology. The filmmakers also jumped into forums and led amateur sleuths down deeper, darker paths, and the three actors in the film, who used their real names, were listed as dead on their IMDb pages. Ridiculous! Back then, it was absurd to forego trailers and TV spots and market your movie entirely on the relatively adolescent internet, but that's exactly what the Blair Witch Project did. And of course, everybody bought into it, because this was one of the first instances of real viral online marketing. This was shareable content. And now that's the end goal for every marketing team in the world. So the Blair Witch Project was also a precursor to the Old Spice commercials, Air New Zealand safety ads, the telekinetic coffee shop surprise made for the movie Carrie, the hawk dropping the snake on the family for the Hawthorn Football Club, Kmart's Ship My Pants campaign,
I just shipped my bed,
the entirety of Snakes on a Plane, and many, many more. But with all said and done, perhaps the Blair Witch Project's biggest achievement is that it served as an inspiration for other independent filmmakers. Suddenly, for better or worse, micro-budget filmmaking, especially horror micro-budget filmmaking, was seen as a feasible option to millions of digital natives. All you need, argued the film, is a strong idea, some willing actors, and a couple of cameras. What's so hard about that? So, on the eve of its sequel, Blair Witch, it's important to recognize that whether you loved it or hated it, the Blair Witch Project did buck the system, and things were never the same again. For more on the Blair Witch Project and Blair Witch, stick with IGN.